It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to this special edition of Science Bowl. The two teams you're about to meet have been here once before and won their first games. Today's winner goes on to the semifinals to play Northview Elementary. Let's meet today's teams. First from Magnolia Elementary, would you say hello to Abina Ufamadu, Bilal Mubaden, and Elan Reed. And from Robert Goddard Montessori, say hello to Trey Studgen, Eric Childress, and Kyle Krieger. And now here are the categories of questions we use on the Science Bowl.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
Here on the Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to question difficulty, with the easier questions on the left here worth 5 and 10 points, tougher ones worth 15, 20, and ultimately 25, the toughest question of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points. No penalties ever for incorrect answers. At the end of the 2 rounds today, we will have a competitor for Northview in the semifinals. Let's go over and make sure everything is working properly. Let's go first to the red team. And Bilal, would you try your buzzer? Thank you, young man. Good luck to you, to Elan and Obina, not Obina, Obina. My apologies for mispronouncing your name. And let's go to the green team. Eric, would you try your buzzer? Looks and sounds good. Good luck to you, Trey and Kyle. Gentlemen, are you all ready to do this? Yes. Let's have a great game. We go alphabetically M before R. So Magnolia, would you start the game, please?
Zoo Parade for 15.
Zoo Parade for 15. We have a visual question to start the game. Look at the monitor, please. Teams, you're looking at a Lord Howe Island stick insect, the biggest stick insect in the world. So big, in fact, that people who live on this island liken this insect to the largest of all arthropods that we like to eat with drawn butter. They call it a tree what? Magnolia. Yes, sir. Obina.
Shrimp.
Not a shrimp, no good try. They liken this stick insect to what largest of arthropods that we like to eat with drawn butter?
Beetle.
Lobster. A tree lobster. Try again, please, red.
Zoo Parade for 20.
Zoo Parade for 20 points. Teams, a multiple choice question. If I told you that a fish was viviparous, would it change sexes, lay eggs, or bear its young live? Magnolia.
Change sexes?
Nope. Robert Goddard. Does a viviparous fish change sexes, lay eggs, or bear its young live?
Bears young live.
That is correct, yes. Okay, go advantage green.
50. No. Green things for 5. Green things for 5.
Green things for 5. Teams, if you take a chance, you're said to go out on one of these L-initialed synonyms for a branch. Robert Goddard.
What? Limb.
A limb. Thanks, Trey. You've heard that before. You go out on a limb, like you did today by coming on Science Bowl. You didn't know if you were going to do it, but you did it, and you're doing well. Go green.
Zoo Parade for 5.
Zoo Parade for 5 points. Teams, in labs around the world, whether it's the night before Christmas or not, creatures are stirring, especially one of these. Magnolia. Come on.
Polar bear?
Oh, no. even if it's not in labs around the world, whether it's the night before Christmas or not, creatures are stirring, especially a what?
Okay, reindeer.
No. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a what? Mouse. Okay, go green. Come on, guys, let's listen. Let's kind of put the two together.
Let's get physical for 5.
Get physical for 5 points. Teams, airbags are a perfect example of Isaac Newton's law that says for every action, there is an equal and opposite what? Robert Goddard.
Reaction.
Reaction. Good. Go green. Come on, let's move.
Science potpourri for 5.
Potpourri for 5 points. Teams, we do not make sounds like a bird, but every day we do 140 characters and send out messages called these. Come on, Magnolia.
Tweeting.
Tweeting, yes, tweets. Good. Green, or red rather. Go.
Zooparade for 25.
Zooparade for 25. Big one in that category. Teams, Lonesome George was a giant Galapagos Island tortoise that died recently. They brought his body to New York. They stuffed it. It's now on display. What T-initial kind of scientist stuffed that turtle? Magnolia. Go. Elan?
Taxonology.
No, not quite. Robert Goddard, what is that T-initial kind of scientist that stuffed that dead tortoise and is now on display?
I'd like to pass to Trey.
Trey?
Telenologist.
Good try. Taxidermist. It's a taxidermist. He practices or she practices taxidermy. Good try. Not quite enough to get those points. Try again, Red. You're at 55. Goddard at 80. Bilal.
Body systems for 15.
Body systems for 15 points. Teams, recently a football player at the University of Maryland lacerated one of these renal organs and thus was out for the season.
Kidney.
Kidney, good. Go. Red.
Zooparade for, body systems for 20.
Body system for 20 points. Teams, what same word is the kind of growth that you find in the brain of an Alzheimer's victim? The stuff that gets caked on your teeth? Magnolia.
Plaque.
Plaque, that's it, absolutely right. Okay, now we got a game here. All right, 85 to 80, up to 90 points. The buzzer is rung. We've come to the end of the first round. And with that last question, Magnolia is now in the lead by 10 points. Magnolia 90, Robert Goddard 80. We'll be back with round 2 in just a moment. Don't go away.
I wanted to start a business that I was passionate about, something I absolutely enjoyed and believed in.
I was doing the corporate grind, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green. My name's Steve Allen. I run Rad Cab in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We do pedicabs and mobile outdoor advertising. I love being social, talking to people.
A lot of confusing stuff when you start a business. When I go in and talk to my store mentor, he really helps me sort it all out, and we just get organized. And when I go home, I feel confident about what's going on. It really feels amazing to create jobs here in my city.
It's incredibly awesome. I love to show it off.
If you get a solid foundation for your business laid, everything else falls in place. SCORE has absolutely been the most invaluable resource that I've had from day one.
For free.
I could not imagine doing anything else.
Get your free business mentor at score.org.
Welcome back to Science. Well, thank you for spending part of your day with us. We've got a great game going here. 6 evenly matched young men over here from 2 schools, and we're proud of all of them. Congratulations for making it this far in the competition. Let's go first to Magnolia, a traditional competitor and a past champion on Science Bowl. Bilal, tell us about your school. It's over there in Lanham. Who's your principal?
Miss Phyllis Gillens.
Wonderful. And Mr. Allen, Mr. Robert Allen is your wonderful sponsor. He'll be out in a few moments here. And tell me, do you have any alternates on your team?
Yes, we have Justice, Flavine, and Arib.
Wonderful. So you got a shadow team out there. Now you guys are wearing yellow. Is that the school color, one of the school colors?
Yes.
Yeah. You look good today. And what grade are you in, Bilal?
6th.
6th grade. And tell me about Magnolia. I know lots of good things go on over there. What do you like to brag about?
We have the best teachers, and it's really fun over there. We have a lot of activities, and it's really fun.
I can tell. You got a smile on your face. I can tell you really want to go to school in the morning. And if that's the case, then you're in the right place. Someday, what are you going to do?
A brain surgeon.
Brain surgeon. And why do you want to do that?
Because I want to know how the brain functions, and I want to save lives.
Yeah, a lot of schooling ahead of you. You got a good head on your shoulders. I like how you act as a captain here, and if you're going to be a brain surgeon, you got to be cool and collected, and you've got that. So nice to have you back. Elan, you're welcome. Elan, nice to have you here. Tell me about what you do in your spare time.
Well, I play video games in my spare time with my friend.
Yeah, and you'd like to do that professionally someday, yeah? That and engineering both, and they're pretty much tied together. Why'd you want to be on this show?
Well, I like science, and well, when Mr. Allen told me about the team, I wanted to join. So yeah.
I'm glad you stepped forward, and you know sometimes you got to take a chance in life, and it's working out real well for you. You're a real asset to this team, as you are, Abina. Tell me how you know as much science as you do.
Well, I studied, and then I read this book about like science. It was like a science encyclopedia, and then it was teaching me about atoms and when they're linked together, their molecules and things like that.
Exactly. It starts out that way. I remember once we had a student on here. He had read the dictionary from beginning to end, and they went on to win the championship because he understood words. Yes, indeed. So you never know what kind of preparation will help you here. Nice to have you back. Let's go over to the green team. And Eric, tell us about Robert Goddard Montessori. For people who don't understand Montessori, what is that? It's a special kind of instruction over there that you're receiving. And I know you have great teachers over there. Who's the principal of your school?
Miss Demi.
Wonderful. And the sponsor of your team is Miss Jellison. This is her first year doing this, and boy, she has done well. The team is right here, poised to move on to the semifinals. Did you all practice together, Eric?
Yes. We practiced with all of the alternates and us three.
That's wonderful. And thanks for alerting me to the alternates, because I know you have a whole slew of alternates, but there are two here, I believe, today.
One.
Who are just one? Who is that?
Michael Lynch.
Michael, and he'll be out in a moment with Miss Jellison. What do you like about Robert Goddard? I know you got great teachers there.
Yeah, probably the best.
Probably the best. Oh, I like that. You know, not just good, but they are the best. I like your confidence. That's why they made you the captain over there. You got the presence over there. What do you want to do someday, Eric?
I want to be an artist. An
artist, yeah. So you're a scientist and you're an artist both. That's great. And Kyle, I know you're interested in trivia, and hopefully we're tapping into some of that knowledge you've got with some of our questions here. You want to be a mechanical engineer someday?
Yes.
Do you like to build things?
Yeah, I love building.
Yeah. Like what? What have you put together?
I've put together Legos, and I've helped put a ping pong and foosball table together.
Very good. Yeah. And it stood up afterwards.
Yes.
And all. You know, I couldn't claim that. I couldn't claim that. That's why I asked that. So my hat off to you, Kyle. Trey, good to have you here. You know an awful lot. You've weighed in, and you seem to be a really bright young man. How do you come up with all your knowledge here? Do you study a lot?
Yes, I do study a lot. I pay attention in all my classes. And I've learned what certain animals have and what certain animals don't have.
Well, that shows. Your attentiveness is paying off here today. And someday, what do you hope to do?
Be a neuroscientist, a politician, or a politician.
What office would you like to run for? Do you want to be governor, president?
Probably governor.
Probably governor. All right. Your Honor, we will look for your name on the ballot someday. Let's get back to our game. The score, 90 Magnolia, 80 Robert Goddard. Lots of points to give away, yet anybody's game. Red team, last correct answer. Start us out, Bilal.
Let's get physical for 25.
Physical for 25 points. Team, listen carefully to this. The pyramids were built with 300,000 chisels made of this metal that is obtained from an ore known as malachite, which is green in color. What metal were those chisels made of that come from the green-colored malachite ore? Give me a metal. Have one ready for me, Goddard, in case I have to come to you. Let's see if Kyle's trivia knowledge helps you out here. But Magnolia has weighed in. Bilal, give me your answer. Yes, sir.
I would like to pass on
Obina?
Steel.
Not steel. Good try. What was the metal that made up these 300,000 chisels that built the pyramids made from the ore malachite, which is green in color?
I'd like to pass this one to Trey.
You may.
Emerald.
Good try. Copper. Copper was the metal. Try again. Red.
Body systems for 25.
Body systems for 25 points. Teams, if you eat shrimp and squid, you have a danger. The danger is there of eating too much of this C-initial kind of fat that we now associate with hardening of the arteries and heart disease. Name that fat. That's cholesterol. Cholesterol. Sorry, too late. Red advantage still. Go. Bilal?
Oh, green things for 25.
Green things for 25. Big one in that category, teams. A lot of our crops that we eat, like corn and wheat, have been genetically modified to be able to be resistant to these H-initial kinds of chemicals that kill weeds. Yes, Magnolia. What are these H-initial chemicals that are weed killers? Obina?
Is it, I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's on the tip of your tongue. Robert Goddard, do you know the name of the chemical?
Hydrogen peroxide.
Good try. Herbicides. Herbicides like Roundup. They show those people killing those weeds on driveways. All right, try again, Red. Still in a lead by 10 points. Let's get some points here.
Dateline science for 15.
Dateline for 15 points is a multiple choice question. Teams, caffeine is said to keep elderly people from developing tinnitus, sometimes pronounced tinnitus, which is involved with hearing, seeing, or the sense of taste. Magnolia.
Sense of taste.
Not sense of taste. Tinnitus or tinnitus, a condition that affects elderly people. Does it affect their vision, their hearing, or their sense of taste?
Hearing.
Hearing is right. Yes, good. Go. Red. Or green, rather. Excuse me. Yes, sir.
Science potpourri for 10.
Potpourri for?
10.
10 points. All right, teams. What is the first letter of the alphabet that you... Robert Goddard, I think you jumped in too soon. What do you want to tell me?
A.
Yeah, that's true. You get points for gutsiness. I'll finish the question for Magnolia. What is the first letter of the alphabet that you get to that is not a vitamin?
Vitamin E.
There is a vitamin E. Vitamin F was the correct answer. There is no vitamin F. Try again, please. Green.
Zuparade for 10.
Zuparade for 10 points. Teams, it is said that the reason we love baby animals like big-eyed baby seals and big-eyed baby pandas is because of this Disney character whose mother was shot by a hunter. Robert Goddard.
Bambi's mother.
Bambi's mother. The Bambi effect. Those charismatic megafauna. Indeed. Good. Go. Green.
Green things for 10.
Green things for 10 points is a visual question. Please listen to me. Watch the monitor. Teams, this is poison ivy in the fall. Doesn't it look nice? Don't touch it. But if you get close, you'll notice that like all the other beautiful leaves in the fall, it is now lacking what plant pigment? What's missing, Magnolia? Elan.
Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll, absolutely right. It disappears, it disintegrates so that the other colors can come to the fore. 100 to 105. We've got a game going here. Go Red.
Let's get physical for 20.
Let's get physical, 20 points. Teams, while it is, an optical, let me start again. While a microscope is an optical instrument, some microscopes are also acoustical, meaning that they do this. Magnolia. What do you want to tell me? Come on. Robert Goddard. Microscopes are optical instruments, but some of them are also acoustical, meaning they do this.
I'd like to pass this one to Trey.
You could see things bigger.
No, they make sounds. Acoustics means sound. Go Green. Is it which one is it, judges? Who has the advantage here? Green? Green. All right, so flip my light here on my podium so I know. Green, please. Eric?
Green things for 15.
Green things for 15 points, teams. If your science fair project has you taking seeds, putting them in a wet paper towel, and then wrapping the paper towel in plastic wrap, you're not trying to get those seeds to rot. You're trying to get those seeds to do this. Come on, Magnolia.
Germinate?
Yeah, good. Go. Come on, Red.
Let's get physical for 15.
Let's get physical for 15 points. Teams, what same gas is sprayed onto the shoes of Ebola workers in Liberia to disinfect them that also is used to disinfect the swimming pools we swim in? Magnolia?
Chlorine.
Chlorine or chlorine, yes indeed. Okay, go Red.
Science potpourri for 15.
Potpourri for 15 points. Teams, your question, boy, who knew there was so much competition in the skies at night? Because it's been found out that bats will try to jam each other's what? Magnolia.
Echo sound waves.
Echo sound waves, absolutely right. The sonar, good. Red.
Green things for 20.
Green things for 20 points. Teams, your question is as follows. Inside a greenhouse, there are very few bugs. So the horticulturist will take an electric toothbrush and go from flower to flower and manipulate the reproductive parts. Magnolia?
Pollinate?
Yeah, they're pollinating them artificially. Exactly right. All right. You're now opening up a bit of a lead. Come on, Goddard. Let's catch up here. Bilal, go.
Dateline science for 20.
Dateline for 20 points. Teams, two-part answer. Listen carefully. After the printing press was developed and books started to appear, people realized they needed glasses. So when they invented glasses, then people said, wow, if we can see this, maybe we could see things that were very tiny or things that were very far away. So they invented what two instruments? Magnolia.
Microscope and telescope.
Yeah. Telescope. Good. Go Red.
Science potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 points. Teams, in a victim of Ebola, they have found 1 billion Ebola virus particles in every 1 cc of blood of a victim. cc is what unit? What does cc stand for when you're measuring blood? A cubic centimeter. Try again, please. Red, go.
Science potpourri for 25.
Potpourri for 25. Big one in that category. Teams, this is, this year, the 125th anniversary of this iconic Paris landmark that was almost torn down until they realized that it was a wonderful weather station. Magnolia?
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower it is, yes indeed. Go, Red.
Dateline science for 25.
Dateline for 25 points. Team, Stephen J. Hawking, the scientist who suffers from ALS, was born on January 8th, 1942, exactly 300 years after the date of death of this famed Italian astronomer who discovered the moons. Magnolia?
I would like to pass on.
Elan?
Galileo.
Galileo, yes, discovered the moons of Jupiter. Yes, sir, young man. Go Red.
Dateline science for 10.
Dateline science for 10 points. Teams, in 2018, the James Webb Telescope will be launched into space. It will be 100 times more powerful than Magnolia.
Hubble.
The Hubble Space Telescope. It will replace. The buzzer has rung. That means our game is over. We'll be back in a moment with a wrap-up. Don't you go away.
Going to school pregnant, riding the bus, that was hard. You just have all the stares and you have all the questions, and even little kids make you nervous just staring at you. When you get pregnant, all the stuff just goes through your mind. Abortion, adoption, keeping him. You're his mom. You're supposed to be the one taking care of him and raising him. But when you're 15 and pregnant, you can't do it without support. I wanted to give him a better life. When I found out I was pregnant, I don't know, just a light hit me in my heart, just saying adoption is what you need to do. I really have a simple dream. I just want to get my nursing career, get married, and have a family. When I get pregnant again, give them a better life. I'm Miranda, and I chose adoption.
Welcome back to Science Bowl. What a great game today. The dynamic kept changing here. The advantage on one team and then another, testifying to the skill of these young people, all of whom we're very proud of. Our final tally today is Robert Goddard 105. And with a great second half, Magnolia 245. Congratulations to Abina and Bilal and Elan. We can tell they're not excited at all. The Shadow team back there, Arib and Justice and Flavin and Mr. Allen, congratulations. A team that won the championship in 2010. Maybe this will be your year again. Robert Goddard, first time here as Montessori. What a great season you've had. Trey and Eric and Kyle and Michael, the alternate. Miss Jellison, thank you for all you've done. Please stay with the program, and we hope you'll tune in again for another edition of Science Bowl. Bye-bye now.